Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host, Eben. Today we're working on a beautiful 2018 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X. That's the special edition for off-roading. This is the V6 model. And well, we're going to start out with an AMSOIL Engine Flush, and then we're going to do an AMSOIL motor oil change. And we're going to kick it off right now. If you're new to my channel, definitely consider subscribing. You can tap the little red icon in the corner. That way you can come back and watch this important information for your vehicle later. Alright, so before we put our engine flush in and our PI performance improver for the fuel system, I want you to hear exactly what it sounds like. So here's before. Alright, so before the flush, we're going to go ahead and put in our PI Performance Improver. And what this is a proprietary fuel additive, and it has a chemical reaction that cleans all the deposits out of the combustion chamber. And you get these little residues and the carbon builds up, especially on a high mileage vehicle. And it actually changes the volume of the combustion chamber, so you have different compression in different cylinders. You get the irregular idle, kind of doesn't run good up in the higher RPM, so this will help smooth it out. This also helps with engine knock and also cleans the fuel injectors so it mists better, get better gas mileage, better performance, and all you do is throw in a bottle every 4,000 miles. Alright, now we're going to throw in our flush, and then we're going to idle her for 15 minutes. And what this does is it loosens up sticky rings, gets clots out of turbo ports. A lot of new engines have turbos, and this really thins out the oil, gets some of the turbo coking, the buildup inside the turbo. It actually burns in there, and this really helps get all that sludge out of there. And this is great to use on the first time when switching to 100% synthetic. It's best to do it. And then I also like to use it every time on diesel engines, because the diesels are super thick and sooty, and it helps drain the oil a lot faster. So even though you're not switching the first time, it'll save you more time to just use this every time on diesel. All right, we're going to start her up in the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. We'll be back in 15 minutes to drain her down. Going to go ahead and crack her loose. It should be as easy as pie. Oh, she's being a little bit of a stickler. There we are. Good. Beautiful. She's coming. 1, a 2, and a 3. And there she is. And she is a hot one. All right. Good.
Lady in the young girl's body.
Yeah.
And she just cannot relate to.
You should be able to get to her from right here. There's a little skid plate you can open. It's like 10mm bolts, and you just open her up, and we're good. We got her moving. Come in with a nice towel because she's super hot, super duper hot. And there she blows. And there she is. Look how cute she is. Little teeny weeny mighty. Alright, it's time to prep our fresh oil filter. This is our EAO filter. Our EA filter, good for 1 year, 15,000 miles. And it filters at 98.7% efficiency at 20 microns. And it's a synthetic medium. It's proprietary, and it holds about 4 times more contaminants than cellulose paper. And the other thing is it flows very fast. So about 80% of the wear on an engine is during a cold start, and this medium flows faster, and because of that you have much less wear on your engine. And how these filters are different: this is the Doggy Scraps OEM style filter, and then this is the AMSOIL. You can see the quality in the thickness of the metal. Also, this is a different alloy that's much stronger. The threads are upgraded, And then the anti-drain back valve is that rubber silicone there you'll see. And it's not made out of regular rubber, it's actually a soft, very high heat protected silicone, and it doesn't deform over the course of the year. So when you do your cold start, it doesn't allow the oil to flow back out of the filter overnight. So on your next start, the oil flows instantaneous, and it's a much easier start, smoother, and significantly less wear in your pistons and cams. Crack open a nice fresh quart of Signature Series. This is 100% synthetic, and this outperforms Mobil1 Extended Performance by 4 times in the industry standard turbocharger deposit test. So it basically breaks down at about 1/4 of the rate of the best Mobil1. Also, it doesn't burn off like the other oils. So the best Mobil1, it basically burns off at about half the rate. So you won't be adding as much oil. And we're going to go ahead and fill her up about halfway. And now we're going to go ahead and rotate her. We're going to go ahead and rotate her a little bit, get her nice and wet, get our threads good. Just be sure to be careful about the threads if you don't have your rubbers on. And as you guys know, the wetter the better. All right, it's that time to put in our liquid gold. We're putting in our 5W30 Signature Series. And what this is a big upgrade over OEM. It's about 4 times better than the best Mobil1 in turbocharger deposit testing. And we're going to be putting in 5.4 quarts. And then we're going to motor her up, check her out, and we'll go for a spin around the block. One of the things that's different, this is 100% synthetic, so the other full synthetics are not, and they're good for about 5,000 miles. This is good for 1 year, 25,000 miles, and of severe service, of high heat driving, you're good for 1 year, 15,000 miles. Putting our last half a quart in, and a lot of people ask me, Eben, what happens if I don't get all the flush out? Well, it's not going to hurt anything. If you leave a little teeny bit in, the little residue won't hurt anything. And actually, there's a lot of detergents that are actually in this oil, and that's what keeps it from clotting up and stuff like that. But by all means, when you do the flush, you definitely want to go ahead and change your oil filter, and of course, drain her all the way down. Here we go, first startup with AMSOIL, 3, 2, 1. Right, we haven't done this in a while, but we're gonna AMSOIL this little angel. Here we go. This is it. What's going on right now? Boom. Make it official. Come behind with the towel. Boom, 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 boom. It's officially AMSOILed. Let's go for a test drive. Do you enjoy this video? If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. That helps out my channel. Also, if you're new to the channel, you can tap the little red icon in the corner, and then you'll be able to come back and watch these videos later. All right, so we're on the road again, racing around the block. And we got done doing our PI cleaner, the engine flush. And Susie here, we did the Honda, her LaFonda Z Honda. And I'll put a little link to that up in the corner. We did all the fluids on her Honda CR-V. And now this is her first oil change on her new truck. And so far, are you feeling anything?
Feels great.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's running smooth.
Awesome, awesome. Let's see what she sounds like. Is it okay if I put the window down? All right, let's see. She sounds like. Beautiful day. 100 degrees out again. Let's do it.
Very clever. Very smooth.
Super smooth. And this is a 2018 with only 29 on it. That's it. Only 29,000. Brand new truck. Brand spanking new. Beautiful. It's another beautiful 100-degree day out here in Vegas. And we can make it right here, so I'll put the window back up so you can hear how quiet it is in here. And the AC's on and everything. Wow, it shifts really good. Wow, this truck runs awesome.
Is this the road?
Just straight. It's okay. This thing's smooth. Wow. This thing is super smooth and quiet. That's awesome. All right, another good engine flush. Thanks again, Susie, for doing it. It was a blast. It was a blast. And if you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and tap the little red icon in the corner. You can come back and watch all this information on protecting your vehicle. And I'm going to go ahead and put a couple other playlists up in the corner. You'll see a little icon, and those are like coolant changes, differentials, and well, stay tuned. We're going to be doing Steven's trans differentials on his truck just like this, his Tacoma, 375,000 miles on it. So yeah, we're doing it. Thanks, Susie. You're the best. See ya.